Hey everybody, welcome back to Adrift. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out. I guess the lights just went out. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's about to get dark though. Welcome on back. We've got a thingy over here and I'm gonna grope it with two hands. Gimme!
Hand for personal data device version 4.7 acquired. Multiple personal data devices detected and online. Location coordinates unknown.
So what did that do and why did we just like fling it off that way? Does it not matter anymore? It's irrelevant. No one wants to hear your data logs. They're far too woody for us. Let's go back this way. I'm sort of surprised by the way that handling the suit is kind of an interesting gamble. Oh, I went back the way that I came. That's fine because I needed more oxygen. Also, orienteering is apparently a lot more difficult than I expected as well. I'm going to swoop around. I'm going to grab that. And then I'm going to run into a wall because I don't believe in having a fully functioning suit. And then I'm upside down and on the ceiling. So let's go ahead and stabilize that. There, perfect. Now we're no longer on the ceiling. I'm trying to orient just to make sure that we don't end up with like motion sickness or anything like that. I can't remember if you're supposed to orient when you're in space and be like, that's down and that's up. Or if you're just supposed to ignore it and think of everything just like in 3 space and not give a damn. I don't exactly remember. I think different books that I've read have described it different ways, and so honestly that would be one of those things you would have to confer with a space professional about, of which I am not one. I'm role-playing one right now, but it's a rough role. I'm a character when I'm not even a good actor, so it's rough. Mankind...
Catastrophic event detected. Core systems repair required for emergency escape vehicle launch.
Okay. So what does that mean? Looks like Solaris is down, whatever it does. Can I attach to these right here and take a look at them? Okay, I can.
Activating Spirited System terminal. Spirited System damaged and offline. Initializing diagnostic sequence. Cerebrum core corrupt. Mainframe offline. Cerebrum module inactive. Spirited System repair required for Salvus EEV life support system operation. Locate system mainframe. Fabricate cerebrum core. Repair cerebrum module.
Okay. I thought that console was doing something weird for a second. So am I supposed to like jump on that right now? Is that what we're working on like right this second? I don't know if I'm like selecting objectives right now and like flagging them up so that I can work on things one at a time. It looks like we're going to different wings of the shuttle anyways, so why worry about it? I'm gonna go back up this way. It looks like the EVA station... We can try, we can see if it's functioning. It does not look like it's functioning. Well then, oh, did I just crack my suit? Balls. Cool. Give myself a little bit of velocity here, and then I'm just gonna float it on through. I don't think this is a game that you're supposed to like sprint through. I think it's a game that you kind of just float and look around and enjoy the scenery. I need a little bit of up here.
Personal log. Systems Specialist. McDonough, Andrew. 17. April. 2037.
Finally going home. Doesn't even seem real. 22 months since mission start. 10 longer than I signed up for in the first place. I promised Lucy I was going to be there for her. Promised myself I wouldn't leave her like this again. Broke both of those promises by taking another selfish paycheck job while real life passes me by down below. Father of the Year. Alex really came through for me on this. I owe her one. Can't wait to get off this goddamn station.
I'm gonna try to be very, very careful about the way I interact with stuff here because I don't think we can actually take that many lumps before we're actually, I guess, able to accomplish our mission here. Alex, Lynn contacted me already. Everything is in motion. I can't thank you enough for this, and I got a lot of missed time to make up for down there. Collins is solid. He's smart, eager, and doesn't have the baggage that I do. He's slated for Han 5, so calling him up early will be a big break for him. It's a good choice. Maybe I can help with early beta? I don't know. Let me know. Andrew, Lynn Collette from Hardiman Resource will be contacting you to work everything out. She also places for Vancouver, so that'll be good for you down the road. I'll need you right up to Spirit as beta and crew expansion, so that looks like the 8th of July transfer. Maybe even before then. I'm working out how to get us to beta earlier, so it's a possibility. And this is from actually us to him. For your replacement, I'm considering bringing up Misha Collins. Any thoughts? Alex, I'm absolutely interested. Visitation between Santa Monica and Vancouver will be a challenge, but we'll figure it out. What are the details? Is there anything I need to do in order to move the process along? Do I need to source my replacement? Thanks. Andrew. Hey, Andrew, I called in a favor and got a transfer lead for you. The job is in Santa Monica heading up Han 5 Systems Assembly. I think your experience on this mission makes you a good fit. You know what works and what doesn't up here, and you're in a unique position, and aerospace needs that help in this area more than ever. I know this isn't perfect for you location-wise, but it is stable, and it pays well, and most importantly, it gets you off the North Star. This is time-sensitive, so let me know if it's something that you still want to pursue. I don't think anybody's pursuing anything right now. I think the only thing we're pursuing at the moment is the afterlife, at least for most of our crew. Is there anything inside of here that I can, like, can I look inside any of these little drawers or anything? I can, but there doesn't appear to really be anything that I want there. Alright, so we're stabilized. The rest of the doors appear to be locked down. I don't think the glass is out right there. Oh, I think the glass actually is out. So it looks like we can leave the chassis if we want to right here. I don't know if the damage is like standardized that you take when you go through something like this, but yeah, the glass is broken. Ow. Shit. Oh, do I have an O2 leak again? Ass. Okay, so apparently I have another O2 leak. So let me grab some oxygen here. It doesn't look like there's anything too excessively important for me to handle up here. So I may go back to the suit repair and see if maybe I can get that sorted out. Yeah, it looks like you take damage no matter how hard you hit a surface. So that's going to be something that we've just got to learn to deal with. I think we can make it back to the suit repair without stressing our reserves too much. Oh no, does our oxygen drain just when we're outside, or is it because the suit's damaged? Looks like the suit damages out fairly quickly too. So like you really don't want to touch anything if you can help it. Like you barely impact with a wall at all and you end up taking damage. And since we don't have any kind of... we don't have any feedback. We don't have like a health meter. We don't have like an armor meter or anything like that. We've just got to look at the way that our HUD is behaving. And when we went outside, it said we had an oxygen leak. I think the way we came in is from over here possibly. I'm going to do my best to even myself out, but I think this is where we were at. Yeah, because there's our little voice log right there. That'll actually serve us really, really well. Those voice logs that are floating around, that's a good way for us to mark our progress. If you're in any kind of disorienting environment, it's always a smart idea to leave yourself little flags or like little indicators as to which direction you've already been, where you should be going. Basically so you don't end up wasting a ton of time, because it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the desert or you're in the middle of space. Time is the ultimate resource for somebody that's doing their best to survive a situation. Now, we don't want to use those canisters because, as I recall, this refills our oxygen automatically anyways when we go inside of it. And so I'm going to suck myself in real fast. Okay, cool. So the diagnostic and repair is done.
Hand 4 EVA repair sequence complete. Vital signs stable.
I'll try to be more careful this time around. Is it just telling me about the computer over there? I think it's just telling me about the computer. Alright, so let's flip a bitch real fast. It'd be nice if you could, like, strap some of the oxygen canisters to yourself. Like, you take the canisters, and then you just carry them along with you. I don't know, I drag a lot of these back to a centralized location considering the amount of oxygen that we have available seems to be extremely limited. There we go. And so we'll just maintain our velocity in this direction. The problem comes when you're trying to navigate and, like, move around, basically, and you're just bumping into random things, because the things that are floating around, I think they damage you too when you go by them. So if you bump into, like, a little floating pot or whatever, it looks like those hydrangeas or whatever the shit they are far more damaging in their space environment than they are. Yeah, see that right there? Like, my foot barely tripped the door right there, and it ended up dealing damage, so we'll have to be careful about that. Very, very careful about that. It's outside the door right there. I think it's like a cockpit seat or something floating. I'm hoping at some point, it looks like we've got a little icon on the bottom left that seems to denote the fact that maybe we can upgrade the integrity of our suit at some point. If I could stop tapping the C key, that would also help out a ton. That's why I keep bottoming out, is because it's difficult to keep yourself moving in one direction versus another. We've already lost 1 pip of oxygen. I would love to get this part all annihilated. We got to find the core, we got to fabricate a new one, and then we've got to do the repair on it, as far as I know. Okay, so we already investigated the door on the left. It looks like we've got... And that was McDonough. So we already got McDonough done. Does this door open right here? It looks like it's got a locked indicator. Oh, it's offline. Okay, I've got you. So that would probably explain... I really don't think, like, we're at such a low velocity, I really feel like that shouldn't hurt you. Like, that needs to be actually taken care of in a patch or something. Like, we're barely moving at all. And so the fact that it already, that cracked our windshield right there. Like, that low-speed collision. So it's a little bit, it's a bit much. But I suppose this is a game where they're encouraging, like, slow, methodical motions. So I'm going to rotate when I come up out of here, because we're trying to go to this side. There are oxygen canisters. Oh, you leak oxygen when you're out of doors. Okay. So when we're in the vacuum, we're leaking oxygen. Alright, well, I'm going to need you then. 2 canisters for the way back. I'm going to try and leave the other ones alone. We've got caution for our head right here, so I'm going to hit my feet either way, I think. Yep, I should have gone up and over the top. I'll remember that for next time. I don't see anything else that looks super useful over here. However, if this compartment on this side has vented already, we might be able to do something with it. And it doesn't look like it has. I don't know if I should grab another tank. It looks like I may be able to... Oh, here, I'm gonna play this...
Star 4, this is Mission Control. Unable to determine current location or crew status. Please advise. Over.
You'd think we might have a microphone hooked up that we could talk to command with. It looked to me like... Was there one underneath me? Or what's going on here? So we need to go to the Spiritus. Is that accessible over there, though? It is. Ah, see? That's what I was wondering about. That's what I was looking at. And is this door functional? If this door is functional, we may be able to line something up for ourselves. Let me get a little bit of altitude dropped right here. I'm gonna grab this little bitch on this. There we go. Oh, this door is online. Okay, so let's loop around. Let's have a look real fast. See what's inside this compartment. Alright, let's slow our roll for a second.
Hand N4 Spiritist mainframe damaged and offline. Manual repair required.
This looks kind of familiar. Like, it kind of feels like I've been here before, but then again, I don't know how much of that is disorientation due to the fact that a space station naturally just kind of looks the same. That's the door we just came... Wait, what is that? I think we got a key card over here. What is this? Hold on, give me that thing. Give me that thing. So it looks like we've uploaded data to the EVA. We've got 2 of 25 collected. I don't know if maybe those are going to be used for unlocks later on for our suit, like a currency maybe? What's out this way? Let me have a look here. It's like staring into the abyss. Holy shit. I don't know that that's where we want to go right now. Let's stay on task. I don't want to like risk ripping my suit on like torn glass or anything like that either. I doubt that that's a mechanic that we have to worry about, but just in terms of like roleplay and realism's sake, I wouldn't do that in real life. So I wouldn't do any of this, and I wouldn't be in space in real life. I'm not that adventurous. I'm not that brave. I'm not that kind of person. I'm like, you let the monkeys explore. Not me. Not me. I'm happy right where I am. I'm the kind of person, I don't know if you've ever seen An Idiot Abroad. I'm kind of like Carl Pilkington. I'm the kind of person that like stays in the city where I grew up forever and was like, nope, I like familiarity. I like things that never change. And frankly, change just makes me feel like I'm going to break out in hives and just be upset all the time. I don't function well in anxious environments. So it looks like we got a couple more oxygen supplies around. I'm going to leapfrog this one. It looks like we've got something available on this side. Yeah, that'll work. And it looks like we've got a couple more points of interest. Actually, 4 points of interest right there. I wish that I could leave that on my EVA scan. That would make this a lot easier on me. I'll probably grab a canister from this side. I don't know how low I should let him go. Or if this is even like an exploratory thing. I don't know if we're like following this in a linear fashion, or if I can like float out to wherever the hell I want to go on this. I don't think we should take a lot of chances. And I don't see collectible items out that way, so that leads me to believe that it might be a bad plan.
Hardeman Aerospace, this is Mission Control. Do you copy?
I copy frequently. It's the only reason I got good grades in high school. I copied my way into space. I'm so sorry. I should have studied for real. This would be that moment where you deeply regret all those times you slept through lecture. Like, shit. Does this open?
And for Administer Series 4 version 2.3. How may I assist you? Assist you. 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 Assist you.
That's only moderately obnoxious.
Assist you. Assist you.
In we go anyways. I don't want to accelerate this. Oh shit. Looks like we're in some kind of oxygen farm maybe? Some kind of like food supply. This has got to be like it's an hydropod. It's a growth hydropod. Okay. It looks feasible that we might have something useful off on this side. I'm just going to drift for a bit. I'm actually not going to use any of these canisters right here. A fun fact about YouTubing, maybe don't eat like a giant meal before you start recording. My body's fighting me so hard right now. It's like, go to sleep. You don't want to make videos. You want to sleep. You are full of barbecue sauce and onion rings. And I'm like, yes, yes I am. Thank you, universe, for making me full of barbecue sauce and onion rings. I'm going to stabilize out here. Now that I know that I'm taking damage from even those smallest little bumps while I run around, that allows me to act a little bit safer than I was previously. I'm trying to leave behind as many oxygen supplies as I can, by the way. I don't know how long we're going to be spending in here, and so every canister we leave behind and we don't waste is one that we've got for usage later on. And with the way we're going through oxygen right now, I'm thinking that might be an okay plan. So we're headed to hydroponics labs. Scan-wise, we look okay in here.
Mission control to North Star 4 survivors. Do you copy?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they do not copy at all. There is zero copying going on right now. That, like, Control-C, Control-V thing. Meh. Oh, that's beautiful. How would we manage that in space, though, without artificial... You would think that growing in 0G would be weird for a tree. Like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it would struggle at that particular task, considering they tend to be kind of rooted. We've got loads of oxygen canisters over here. I guess we'll go this way first. It looks like we've got a repair station. We've got something we can investigate inside this room. And then we've also got an audio log that should allow us some kind of clarity or some kind of understanding.
Heading for EVA repair station located.
Okay, so we've got a repair station right there. It also looks like we've got a chip over here. Actually, well, we've got free oxygen. Let's use this. That's okay. Sounds good to me. Load me in. Wonder if these act as save points, too. I'm not exactly sure when the game saves. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any kind of indicator or anything like that.
EVA repair sequence complete. Vital signs stable.
Okay, well, we've got a couple minutes left in the episode. Let's keep investigating. There's still things floating around all over the place, really. I think that's one of our things that we need. I mean, I don't know if we need it, but... Come on.
Personal log. Systems Specialist. McDonough. Andrew. 2. May. 2037.
Lucy has moved on from resentment to indifference in our weekly vidcoms. It's been a week since she sent a new piano piece. The transfer news barely registered with her. I guess I'm not surprised. This is a pattern for me. I thought she'd at least be happy to hear I'm coming home, but I've disappointed her too many times to count at this point. I've done some real damage to her, to us, by being part of this mission.
It'd be rough. It'd be real rough if you got family and kids and all that kind of stuff being stationed up in space, or honestly any traveling job, any long distance situation puts relationships in pretty hardcore jeopardy. I've been there, and it is not a fun thing to deal with. It will make you loathe your existence if you and the person going into it don't have the right attitude and haven't made the right conversations, you know? So there's another data card. We've got a data log over here as well. Although other than that, it looks kind of like the end of the line, don't it? Oh, hit the wrong thing. Come on, give me that thing.
Personal log. Systems Specialist. McDonough. Andrew. 29. June. 2037.
Hull rupture in irrigation caused a massive power outage while I was on spacewalk replacing solars today. Station dark. Comms out for 23 of the longest minutes of my life. I thought this is it. Tried patching audio from my PDD so I could at least hear Lucy on the way out, but couldn't grab signal. Floating there in silence, waiting for the end. Really saw how selfish I've been with her. I have to change.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's going to branch out and eventually we're just going to hit like dead ends. I don't know if the point is just to learn about all the various crew members and kind of like where their mindset was at, or if there's some other conspiracy going on here. But let's focus on the important stuff. Let's fix this thing, man. That'd be the only thing going through my head is like, how the hell can I get back down to Earth? I am never leaving solid ground ever again, if I can help it. Still, we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Adrift. I will see you in future episodes. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to hang out in my repair station Until the next episode, bye, everybody.